Hey there, thanks for stopping by. I've spent the past few weeks living with the Sub 4, and I want to walk you through how it changed the feel of my whole audio space. Not just the bass levels, but the presence of home cinema and music in a way you actually feel. This is for you if you're someone who recognizes quality when you hear it, someone who has grown tired of shaking your head at, almost their, sound systems, someone who refuses to settle for sub-bass that barely registers. If you're curious now, go ahead and check today's price and availability before we dive in deeper. You know the moment, you're watching a big movie, a deep drop hits, and your rig falters a bit. Or you're listening to a track you know well and you sense something missing, depth, rumble, that chest shiver. Maybe you've already felt that your old setup couldn't deliver when you pushed it. I hit that moment too. And when I added the Sub 4, it felt like walking out of a quiet room into a cathedral. Everything shifted. You feel it the very first time you launch a Dolby Atmos scene, or even a bass-heavy music track, and the lows fill the space properly. The screen isn't just sound-supporting visuals, instead your whole room participates. Then you sit back and realize you are no longer listening around your hardware, you're listening through it. Once you feel that level of immersion, you'll see quietly that the compromise phase is over. If you're thinking it over, make sure to double-check the listing now. Subwoofers this capable often fluctuate in availability and price. Maybe you're doubting, is a sub like this necessary? I had that question too. But here's the thing, every time you look back at a lesser bass system, you'll remember the day your current one delivered properly. Every time you consider a cheaper sub, you'll find yourself circling back, because you already know what you should be hearing. Here's something surprising. The Sub 4 gets quiet when you want it to, not just loud when you don't. I expected big rumble only, but what I got was control. Deep bass that doesn't overhang or muddy the rest of the soundstage. It freed up the rest of my system to do what it does best, which changed how I mix music, watch movies, even how I chill after a long day. And owning something built this well, it changes how you feel about your space. You feel like someone who demands more. You feel like someone who has stepped into the setup they've waited for. Full throttle immersion that actually pushes your senses. Detail and bass that you'd forgotten you were missing. Clean, refined rumble that doesn't overstay its welcome. A system that respects your music and your movies alike. Confidence that says, I don't settle, I choose the best. Realistic downside. It carries presence, the size and footprint matter if your room is tiny. And if you're only listening to light audio or background music, you may not unlock its full power. At some point you stop comparing specs and you just pick the equipment you already felt in your gut was right. If you're ready to feel your sound system instead of just hearing it, check the link now and make the move.